I'm your host, Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only... Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host, Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing so far a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Howdy people, it looks like we are live. Woohoo! Love it when a plan comes together. Sorry I was a bit late, just running errands and stuff like that. You know, life gets in the way sometimes, but hey, you know, if you're not busy, you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room, is what they say. So, just set myself some information there, which we'll touch on in just a sec. But before we jump into it, let's do the usual introductions. Oh yeah, look at all these. There we go. This is what I normally go through. When Twitter wants to, there we go, that's what we're looking for. I normally have this picture up and ready for the show. There we go, that's the usual intro. Let me just reset my tablet and we will be there. Here we go. Going live, Satoshi TV on Twitch. There we go, live. And it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm welcoming myself to my own chat room. Right then peeps, for any newbies who are coming to the show, because there is going to be a mass influx very soon. The reason we broadcast on Twitch is because YouTube have very kindly already taken down 2 of my channels. Then they were preventing me from editing my shows. Then they were deleting episodes. I was like, you know what, this is absolutely ridiculous. So I thought, right, I'm going to try a different platform. So now we broadcast on Twitch TV live at 5 every day from wherever I am in the world, because 5 o'clock's a nice time to be broadcasting at. We broadcast live on Twitch TV. So you go to www.twitch.tv/Satoshi TV. We upload the trailer onto YouTube and put the full episode up on Streamanity, where you can set your own fee according to how you judge the quality of your content. Right, let's get on with this. Got some more intros here. I've actually just added below this, like a few more lines. I'm going to say Bitcoin SV, Genuine Bitcoin by Satoshi Nakamoto, created by Dr. Craig S. Wright, is how I'm gonna phrase things now. But as we're kicking things off, I'm gonna see if I can get lovely Peter McCormack to give us a quote from these little video clips that I used. Had a really good response from that from the PMAC edit that I made the other day. So Michael Saylor, take it away, or sail away, should we say. This is Michael Saylor getting really excited about Bitcoin after having studied the white paper that Peter McCormack now says doesn't represent Bitcoin in any way, shape or form, in a number of words. Take it away, Michael Saylor. Here we go.
I like Bitcoin the way it is. In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
So do we, Michael. So do we.
And the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy in big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain. Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something. Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain. It'll store all the monetary energy in the world, and it should store it for the next 100 years without losing any of it. If Bitcoin's going to fail, it's not going to fail due to lack of functionality or lack of speed or lack of scalability. In my opinion, if Bitcoin is going to fail, it's going to fail because of it loses trust and security. We have to protect the network integrity at all costs.
Yes, indeed we do, Michael. Indeed we do. Because that is exactly what all the shenanigans have been about online, fracturing the community, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play to you a little clip from my collection here by Peter McCormack, describing what your Bitcoin that you now love has just happened to it. So have a listen to this, and I'll just find this spot. Hold on one sec. It's coming. It's coming. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here. It's a completely different project. It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore. Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project. Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Do you want to say that again, Pete? So basically, you're saying like it's a completely different project. Bitcoin is built made by consensus now. So what you're saying is that it's nothing like Bitcoin, which means you won't mind returning the name of Bitcoin to Bitcoin and giving the name of your absolute shitcoin project, which is totally different to Bitcoin, a different name, so that it's not misleading people. As you've just said, it's totally different. It's completely changed. It's not Bitcoin anymore. So stop calling your piece of shit Bitcoin, you absolute fool. Now, the reason he was stuttering, going, Bitcoin is based on, is because what he doesn't understand is that Blockstream have fundamentally taken control of the system by breaking the chain of signatures. And if you don't believe me, let's have a listen to Samson Mao, the Chief Strategy Officer at Blockstream, explaining exactly that. Here we go.
Bitcoin was created by the central bankers that enslave you today. It is their scapegoat.
How do you answer those, Max and Stacey?
I think the evidence is clear that they do not control it. There's 10 years, almost 11 years now of track record.
Yeah, Blockstream controls it.
What was that, Samson? You say that again?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who does?
Yeah. What was that?
Blockstream.
Oh! Cue the nervous laughter.
Oh,
All right.
I was looking at you when I said that.
Yeah, I'm a block. I am a spy. I'm one of the spies. No. So this, it's an interesting.
It certainly is interesting that Max, since you're talking about a project which is completely different to Bitcoin, that no longer resembles Bitcoin, that wouldn't even welcome Satoshi back anymore. What on earth are you on about? Like, who are you talking to? Oh dear, honestly, you have to laugh. So let's have a listen to Satoshi now. Oh, actually, I almost forgot the bit of Roger there. So after a group of developers called Blockstream took control of BTC and turned it into an absolute piece of shit with replaced by fee and limiting the block size and increasing fees and increasing transaction times and telling people not to use it because it's a store of digital dog shit and it's not a peer-to-peer electronic cash system anymore. Another group of developers did exactly the same thing, even though they were going on about increasing the block size. But actually, we now want to delete the transactions so that nobody can track it, which means there is no reasonable expectation in trade. So it means global commerce and international trade will never be able to use it. And listen to Roger getting really excited about that fact. Take the floor, Roger. Here we go.
I have a question here from Satoshi, defender of Bitcoin. He said, if a cryptocurrency is anonymous, like BCH, I don't think BCH is anonymous, but maybe there is something.
Check out cashfusion.com and you combine that with reusable payment codes and you get Bitcoin Cash in the same sort of ballpark of privacy as Monero. It's really awesome. So you can check out Cashfusion. And I always get it wrong. I think it's .com, but it might be .org. So you can check both. Cashfusion.com.
Okay, awesome. So BCH, maybe using Cashfusion and XMR, if they're anonymous, how can a business get legal recourse against a supplier if the supplier defaults and no proof on the transaction exists because anon?
Yeah, if you want your cryptocurrency to be perfectly legal for everything all the time,
which I do,
just go use your Visa card. Just go use your PayPal.
Oh my God.
Right? What do you need a cryptocurrency for? You can do all of it with a centralized, fully legal and fully compliant payment platform, right? So go use PayPal. I think you've missed the entire point. The entire point of cryptocurrencies is that by technological design, they are beyond the reach of the law. They're above the law. That's why, imagine if Bitcoin could have been shut down by governments, they probably would have shut it down from right out of the gate. And it's the fact that Bitcoin can't be shut down. We should ask the BSVers this: if they pass a law saying BSV needs to shut down their blockchain, are they going to obey and shut down their BSV blockchain? I hope the answer would be no, which is just a lot of the stuff I see from some of these BSVers are silly. But then there's other BSV
oh, Roger, you're so silly.
Fans that, I'm very, very sympathetic to their way of thinking. But
Derek McGill.
The ones that say that the blockchains all need to be legally compliant about everything all the time, just go use your Visa card.
That is just so unbelievably dumb and so stupid. Like, hopefully I won't even need to explain why, because generally get a lot of intelligent people listening to my show, but just goes to show you how daft all these shitcoiners are. Absolutely ridiculous. And if you wonder why I call it B-Crash, it's because Roger calls it that himself. Here we go.
And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Yeah, good luck with that one, Roger. Dear, oh dear, honestly. So let's have a listen to Satoshi Nakamoto describing his own expectations of his creation. Take the floor, CSW.
At the end of the day, we own a lot of Bitcoin. The simple thing is, if we make the network scale, if we make it bigger, my main compensation, more than anything anyone could ever pay me, is the price of Bitcoin goes up. So that's my pure drive. I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin. That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
That's it. That's what they spend money for. Very simple. It's not rocket science. It's not a drug dealer's plaything. It's not so that you can smoke crack in your own home. It's not so that you can facilitate child abuse and human trafficking and, you know, arms dealing and drug dealing and all that shit that Roger and all his mates want. You know, you want a criminal utopia? Like I said, create your own island at sand, go and live in it, and then see how long you last for. You absolute fools. You know, this is just simply a commodity. That's all it is. Like, just like gold was used as a medium of exchange, now we are using the value of data sovereignty as a medium of exchange. And the reason we can call it data sovereignty is because it is that Bitcoin that allows for your data to be uploaded to the blockchain instead of a corporate server where they can just simply delete all of your data on a whim, all your family photos, all your wedding videos. You know, if they just simply decide they don't like you, or they don't like your political beliefs, or they've got an issue with it, they can sell your data as well. They can do all of that because you are giving it to them, uploading it to a corporate server. Now, you can have sovereignty over that data if you upload it to the blockchain. You own and control that data. It is yours. You have paid for it. You have rights to it. You can decide who you share it with. You can decide who you sell it to if you really want to. You can do what you want with it. It is your data. Nobody can crack it, hack it, alter it, or delete it because it is yours. And this is only possible with Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is digital data sovereignty in the form of a digital coin. It is by far the best form of money this world has ever seen. And money has to be, highly divisible. Well, Bitcoin is effectively made of light. You can divide light as much as you like. It's the cheapest and fastest form of energy in the universe. And that's what Bitcoin uses, that's the energy, that's the form that it takes in the form of light because it's digital. It is just absolutely phenomenal, which is why it is likely to become the most valuable thing in the world. And if you want to read my article on that, it's in my Medium posts. Feel free to knock yourself out on those. Just go to sirtoshi.medium.com and I've written all these lovely articles for you. And in fact, we'll see if we can find it here. Oh, see, look at this. All this proof of work here. Proof of knowledge. Should we call this? Let me see if I can find that article about why it's likely to become the most valuable thing in the world. Yep, corporate cocaine and all that. BTC from Bitcoin to shitcoin via Blockstream. We only have this one shot in history. That's an important one. There we go. Bitcoin, why it is likely to become the most valuable thing in the world. Yes, indeed, all explained for you. But I'm going to touch on this one probably a little bit later. So newbies who are looking at this, let's just look at this coin crap chart with the values on it. There we go. So in order to be a commodity, it cannot have a central point of authority, control, or influence. Unlike all of these shitcoins, which is why they're called shitcoins, because they are securities. Now, the only other genuine commodity is Litecoin, but because Charlie Lee discredits it because he started the network himself, he knew it was a load of shit, which is why he exit scammed the shit out of it. And if you don't believe me, let's have a listen to Charlie Lee in his interview describing his own expectations of his own creation. And this is in comparison to Satoshi, who is CSW, as a matter of fact. Take the floor, Charlie.
You created Litecoin, right? So this has to be something like you're incredibly passionate about.
Yeah, as most of you probably know, I kind of created it just for fun, right? I didn't really expect it to become anything.
Most of us already know. I didn't know, and I don't think many other people knew, especially as we looked at it yesterday, and it's now your creation that you didn't expect to become anything, and you just created it for fun, which means there's no serious thought gone into it, has got a market cap of $12 billion, because shitcoiners with shit for brains are buying it, thinking that it's a genuine. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyway, if you hear shitcoiners talking about any other coins, encouraging you to trade them or whatever, just stay away from shitcoiners, particularly ones that sound like this. So let's remind ourselves, what is it that shitcoiners say?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
hey. There we go. Love my little intros there. I will never get bored of that. But let's jump into these figures. Haven't seen these today yet. Here we go. CoinDance will hopefully load for us this time, which would be nice. JPaps in the house says hello Satoshi. Hello everyone. Have we got any other people listening? Can you see JPaps? Just let me know. So yeah, right. So apparently, according to CoinDance, BTC has got 134% of the hash rate. So any shitcoiners who are watching this right now would be like, oh wow, yeah, BTC's got 130% of the hash rate. Now, anybody with any intelligence whatsoever would realize that no network can have 134% of the network. Oh dear. So Bitcoin and Bcrash have apparently just got 1% each, but Coin has got 134%. Right. Okay, let's move on. Network nodes 2.5, transactions 32.7, block size 42. Oh, Coin just winning. Let's see what's going on at Bcrash. See any big blocks in there? I can see a 2 megabyte block. Is it a 2.7? That might be the biggest one for them. And Michael Saylor, if you're keeping an eye out for your big blocks, here they are, mate. Nowhere to be seen. The biggest one is a 1.43. They'll be lucky to beat that. Look at that, a 1.43 megabyte block. Absolutely hilariously shit. Let's see what's going on Bitcoin. Oh, Tau with a 3.3. Mempool Norpool with a 5 megabyte block. 6.3 from Huobi. Tau on a 7. Oh, and Tau on an 8. There we go. 8.3 megabytes. That's all right. Smashes those shitcoins out of the water. Oh, KP Dad in the house and Richard Leach and TD Verge. Nice, nice. Here we go, boys. Let's go on to these hash rates by network. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, you know. Again, hash rate follows price, follows value, follows utility. Let me see if I can get this right. So when it has utility, it can then create value. When it has value, it can then develop a price. When it develops a price, it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services and used as a medium of exchange. There we go. Got it. Proof of work by network. Coin Bcrash will just stop overnight. Whoa. Bcrash versus Bitcoin. Bcrash up in the hash rate, but like I said, we went over that yesterday. Hash rate doesn't mean shit other than credibility. You know, but if it's misguided by a speculative price, it means jack shit, in which this case it is. Proof of work by network, Bcrash versus Bitcoin. Here we go. I mean, look at this. This is hilarious. It is 105,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than any of the other shitcoin networks. It's even, that's 10 times cheaper than Bcrash, who like to think of themselves as cash. I mean, what a joke. An absolute joke. However, due to number go up, it is 11.6% more profitable to mine on Coin. Let's go through these graphs. Daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Oh, Coin just winning. Transactions by network. Oh, close one. Transactions per block. Looks like Bcrash just winning there. Fees, USD, Bitcoin smashing it. Fees, Satoshis, Bitcoin smashing it. Block reward ratio, again, comes with time, follows price, follows value, follows utility. Blockchain growth by network, mocking Bcrash there. And a hash rate, here we go. It's the only thing I'm really interested in. This is where the politics are. Global hash rate, 7 days. Tau with a 0.1% of the overall global hash rate. 24-hour periods. Okay, yeah. Core coin, right? So F2 Pool still, well, F2 Pool's taking the place back up to first place, followed by Binance, Shitcoin Enterprise, Antpool, Shitcoin Enterprise, Poolin, don't know about them. Huobi, not sure about them either. BTC.com, Bitmain, Shitcoin Enterprise, who knows? But the main indicator on this is the TAL. Are TAL on there? No, they're not, because they know. And remember, hash rate is all about investment. It's like, how much are you willing to invest? How much value do you give the network? So TAL are in the know because they are friends with the creator of the system. And that's a huge tell if they are not mining this piece of shit, because it means they know something. Yes, they do, because they wouldn't mine it if they didn't think it wasn't valuable. So all these shitcoin enterprises think that BTC has got value. But, you know, they're like mining it to cover their costs. But what are they going to do when they go to zero? You know, up shit creek without a paddle, something like that. Yeah, probably good description. B crash. I mean, this is where the absolute shitcoiners with shit for brains are. Literally. I mean, I mock these people. It's absolutely hilarious. They're on this for no other reason other than ideology, which is absolutely delusional. Totally delusional. This is Bitcoin. Oh, look at that. Tau with 31.2. Oh, it's matching. Toe-to-toe with Huobi. Hathor still on there. Hathor mining blocks with data in. Let's have a quick look. Whoa, look at this. Hathor. Mining, you know, low to medium size blocks. Let's see. Tau. Wow. So it looks like Tau have literally just been macking it over these last few hours. So remember, so the graph, but this is 24 hours. So if Tal have just started macking it, that suggests they've increased their hash rate over the last few hours. So they might be more than Huobi tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? But it always helps when you get loans from Satoshi. Yeah, it's a massive indicator, really. So let's have a look at the Bitcoin blockchain working live in front of our... Whoa, what is this? Oh no, just looking at number go up. Oh, I've got money coming. Hold on. Let's have a look at this coin crap chart. What's this? Oh no. Oh no. What? What? Stop buying it. It's a scam, remember? Why are you buying it? It's a scam. Stay away. Good grief. There, right there. Anyway, so for any newbies who are watching this, we've got the transactions per second in the top right here. These are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. Once the transactions are recognized by the nodes on the network, they are irreversible. That is it. That's why they call it instant confirmation. When the this transactions per second picking up there. Below that are the transaction, the name of the transaction generators. Then we've got the transaction ID, the input, the output, the type, and the op return. Then when after the transactions are recognized by the nodes on the network, they are thrown into the meme pool, which is where they are then competed for by the miners and processors in order to store the transactions in a block, put the block on the blockchain, and win the coin base of the block, which is the block reward of currently 6.25 Bitcoin. And we can see the chain being built here. So we had a 12 megabyte block mine just over 2 hours ago, and in the highlighted rectangular box below, we've got the hash of that block, the height, who it was mined by, size, time, date, transaction count, and total fees. So there are fees in the block, the transaction fees. So that's currently $5.69. And again, for any obviously genuine Bitcoiners, know the chart that I'm going to show now. We are expecting the fees in the block to surpass the block reward, which will mean it is no longer about winning the block reward. It will be about processing payments, because the huge volume of payments will be coming on chain, anticipated very soon. I wonder if that's why numbers going up, you know. Somebody's let the cat out of the bag. Ugh. Oh, less value for money. But anyway, you know what? We know what's coming. We know what's coming. Because Bitcoin is a commodity. It is your bridge to the blockchain. It is your bridge to the world's one and only truly decentralized distributed ledger. The world's largest big data network. And it means that when you upload your data, they're, like I said, they're not being uploaded to a corporate server who can just simply delete them on a whim. You have sovereignty over that data, and that's data sovereignty, like your freedom, is more valuable than anything else in the world. Which is why Bitcoin is going to be so valuable, because all that value will be represented in in the price of Bitcoin. When these shitcoiners do want them, large corporations come in. That is what's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing. So yeah, that's that. Let's have a quick look. Just for newbies, we'll have a look at this Bitcoin scaling stats. Any improvements on those? Not just yet, but again, you just go to bitcoinscaling.io/stats. And you can see all of these stats in front of your eyes, comparing the scaling test network to the main net, and as the scaling test network runs parallel to the main net to mimic it, as you know, to stress test it, to make sure that the main net can deal with it. But I mean, look at this. Already a 353 megabyte block and almost 4,000 transactions per second registered on the mainnet. It is phenomenal. BTC Core Coin is an absolute bag of shit, honestly. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, I hope all these shitcoiners get a rude awakening. Yeah, they're like, how do we not see this? Because you're stupid. And don't say we didn't tell you. Don't say we didn't try and warn you. If only we could just have, like, you know, records of everything that they'd ever said. You know, just throw it back in their faces. Not that I would do, but I would have to say if I was able to do that, the satisfaction would be immense. Absolutely immense. Yeah, there we go. I'll have a quick look at what's this one? BitInfo charts. Again, just for newbies, you've got lots of like different correlations here that you can look at and compare to. Looks like XRP transactions are dropping off because basically they won't be able to hide the fact that they're an absolute scam for too much longer. You know, just wash trading. You know, BS transactions on it, like absolute joke. So look at this average transaction value in USD. We got Dogecoin up there. Honestly, it's just such a joke. Such a joke. But that's shitcoiners for you. Shitcoiners, shit for brains. So we'll look at average transactions or last 24 hours, or should we do average transactions per hour? Let's have a look at this one. Just a good comparative chart, this one. So if we go to log and 3 years, here we go. Now you can see Bitcoin in all its glory. Look at that. It was able to do that easily. Literally within less than 12 months, it had already surpassed Core Coin. And then, you know, going past Ethereum. But I mean, Ethereum can't scale for toffee anyway. Yeah, that's why gas fees and all that are so high. Honestly, it's just such a shit show. It's such a shit show. But talking about price, you know, people have been saying, oh, you know, when Satoshi's going to, like, you know, move his coins and prove himself and blah, 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 blah. I really couldn't give a monkey's, because we only have this one shot in history. If it fails, we are absolutely screwed. Like, absolutely screwed. So there is no point in rushing, because, I mean, let's take Roger and Jihan, for example. You know, absolute schoolboys, thinking that all they had to do was push the price of Bcrash over that of BTC. They were thinking, oh, hash rate will follow it, and job done. No, because they didn't take into account dirty traders. Ah, Diddy's in the chat box as well. She just said, Tosh, you should look into the chat box more. I am looking at it right now. So on that note, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the show. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Same time tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
Yeah! One vision.